Greetings, friends. I have breaking news to share with you today. There is an upcoming deadline for eligible households to apply for new tax credit payments. One state is now offering as much as $1,200 this winter to those that meet all eligibility requirements. But lawmakers have confirmed that some residents may end up taking home less than others. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to hear about all of the details. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway every Friday. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
Currently, we're seeing new car costs of $50,000, which are nearly double where they were about 10 years ago. Car loan payment defaults are at a 30-year high. The average EV costs about $16,000 more than its internal combustion engine counterpart. Just yesterday, the Wall Street Journal published an article titled "Why Repairing Your EV is So Expensive," a story about a dent on his Rivian electric pickup truck cost $22,000. It took 2.5 months to fix. And sorry if that's repeating anything that was offered earlier. The dealers right now have them piling up on lots because the American people aren't getting them. I understand that even if you are a supporter of all this, you say, well, that's why we need the infrastructure. We just put out $8 billion to go fund the infrastructure, and it hasn't been deployed. Then to the extent that you can do it, to the extent that my friend from Kentucky is correct, you're basically, the cost of doing that is the air conditioner for your home. Then you've got, a story I was reading, some people in Alaska talking about the extent to which they've got a battery-powered vehicle. It takes the entire charge of a Tesla to de-thaw the vehicle in the Arctic cold in Alaska. Then you've got the same situation in North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, et cetera, where you got people that are saying, look, I don't want to die in the freezing cold. And look, all of this is fine if it's choice, right? This is the point. My friend from Kentucky, perfectly fine having a Tesla vehicle, driving to Kentucky, can choose to stop and charge it wherever the gentleman chooses to charge, and hopefully not have the Secretary of Energy come in and push him aside and push aside a mom with a baby and say, sorry, I got a photo op I need to do. But the issue here is not just saying all of the above approach, as my former boss, Governor Perry, talked about in Texas. The all of the above approach is if the market is driving it, and you say, let's put this out there. But now we're saying to people that by 2032, 2/3 of automobiles must be electric vehicles. That is an astounding disregard for the well-being of the American people. An absolutely unbelievable display of hubris by government leadership, forcing people into poverty, forcing people to be unable to actually go about their lives, get jobs, be able to take care of their families with vehicles that are more expensive to maintain, may not serve their function if they're in the freezing cold in North Dakota, may not serve their function in other capacities, putting aside all the side costs, putting aside the battery materials, putting aside the child labor around the world that produces the materials for not just solar panels, batteries, and so forth. I just wonder if the gentleman could expand on the extent to which this will be destructive of the American industry, but also in favor of China and some of our competitors and adversaries around the globe. But importantly, what this means to the average American family. I know you spoke about it before, but this is just, it merits fixating on this. This is not just something you just pass and go, oh, isn't this nice? We've got a rule that the administration is trying to dictate through fiat from the executive branch without input from Congress to just dictate all these automobiles. And guess what? The supply chains mean that starts now. If this rule goes into place, it's purposeful, and it happens now. We bankrupt families, and we give them the inability to have the automobiles they need to care for themselves and their families. I wonder if the gentleman could expand on that.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a few things that you didn't cover. That was an expansive list you put together there. And I think, you hit on the key costs that will be brought in, not only for the original purchase price, when you figure how long it takes to get to a place where an EV will surpass what an internal combustion engine is for cost. It's about 10 years and a minimum of 28 to 50,000 miles. But I think when you're talking of the environment concerns as well, about health concerns.
State tax credits are being offered by a few states to help low and middle income households during winter season. Lawmakers also want to encourage certain investments that benefit the state's economy. And these credits can help reduce the amount of state income tax owed by individuals or their businesses, providing a financial incentive for specific actions. This year, Washington state residents may qualify for an additional tax credit. Thanks to the Washington Working Families Tax Credit, the tax credit is a new sales tax rebate that helps Washington families who pay a disproportionate amount of their income in taxes. The rebate is aimed at assisting hundreds of thousands of residents of Washington state, but they must meet some eligibility requirements. Those requirements include having lived in Washington, being at least 25 years old, and under the age of 65, or having a qualifying child in 2022. Residents must have filed a 2022 federal tax return and be eligible to claim the federal earned income tax credit on that tax return. The deadline to apply must be done by December 31st, 2023. Applicants must also meet certain income requirements to qualify. Washington residents will see a minimum of $300 if they have no children and are single, but they must make under $16,480 or under $22,610 if filing jointly as a married couple. Some households will see a minimum of $600 if they have one child. The maximum credit that a single filer with 3 qualifying children can earn is $1,200. All interested applicants can file online or mail a paper application. Also, friends, officials have announced that the federal government is taking a cut from the Minnesota tax rebates that were sent out this fall, meaning a $26 to $286 handover, depending on the size of a household's initial payout. The Minnesota Department of Revenue failed to convince the IRS to treat the rebate, as it had the crisis-era checks delivered by other states, which were able to send money to their residents tax-free. The rebates were $260 per person, subject to income caps, with a qualifying household eligible for up to $1,300 if a couple had 3 children or more dependents. Also, friends, there is big news from Kevin McCarthy. The former House Speaker has just announced that he is resigning from Congress and will not run for re-election next year. This marks a historic Capitol Hill career after 15 rounds of voting to become House Speaker in January and getting ousted 10 months later by conservatives. Speaker McCarthy told the Wall Street Journal, "I have decided to depart the House at the end of this year to serve America in new ways. I know my work is only getting started." Though Kevin McCarthy's next steps are still uncertain, he has promised to stay involved in Republican politics. The California Republican declined to make another bid for the gavel after being removed as Speaker in October. McCarthy has recently stated, "I will continue to recruit our country's best and brightest to run for elected office. The Republican Party is expanding every day, and I'm committed to lending my experience to support the next generation of leaders." 8 Republicans voted with House Democrats in October to remove the California Republican from his leadership post. GOP Representative Carlos Jimenez, an outspoken McCarthy supporter, stated in a social media post, "McCarthy is a leader of conviction, and I have been proud to stand alongside him." McCarthy's departure also further narrows the razor GOP majority in the House. After McCarthy's departure from Congress, California Governor Gavin Newsom must declare a special election to fill the vacancy within 14 days. After that declaration, the special election must be held within 126 to 140 days. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on Kevin McCarthy's resignation? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Well, my awesome and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Dearest friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.